T800, T100, M40, M40 fork, M46, M46 fork, big cloth number, small part number, low fat content, nano-resin, carbon cloth. What is the difference between these carbon cloths? A video will explain it clearly to you. Did you know? First of all, what each fishing rod brand likes to promote most is the various carbon cloth models. Let me explain these carbon cloth models to everyone first. T800 and Unitary G are both 30T carbon cloth. M40 forks are all 40T carbon cloth. M46 forks are all 46T carbon cloth. The classification of this carbon cloth model is actually the hardness of the carbon sand model, carbon cloth, and carbon sand. The hardness of the made fishing rod is only as high as the strength of carbon cloth and carbon sand. Then the strength of the fishing rod will be high. Let me show you this picture. This is a product from the official website of Dynamics. The side abscissa is the tensile modulus of carbon sand. You can understand it as the hardness of the fishing rod. The ordinate is the tensile strength of carbon sand. You can understand it as the intensity of the fishing rod. As can be seen from the picture, the hardness of T800 and T1000 are the same, but the tensile strength T-unit 0 is higher. M40G compared to M40X. The comparison between M46G and M46F is the same, all under the condition that the hardness remains unchanged. Improve the strength of carbon filament. I know the model of carbon cloth. There are also some brands that like to promote. I used a small cloth number myself. Carbon cloth, large cloth number. What is the little cloth number? Pictured above. These are various models of Toray's 4T carbon cloth. The first column is the name code of different types of carbon cloth. The second column, Fa, is the weight of carbon sand per square meter of carbon cloth. This is what we commonly call the cloth number. Look at this line, P9257F Kong 13 Fa is 125. This means that the weight of carbon sand per square meter of this model of carbon cloth is 125 grams. So is it a big cloth number or a small cloth number? There is no official definition of this. Compare the following: P9000. 251s. The weight of carbon sand per square meter of Gang 5 is 46 grams. It is large cloth carbon cloth. But compared with the above P9000, 56F bar 21, the carbon sand content per square meter is 200 grams. Then it is Shobu carbon cloth. Why promote small cloth number carbon cloth? Because the cost of small cloth size carbon cloth is higher. Look at the various carbon cloths and carbon sand in this table. The highest weight is 250 grams of carbon sand per square meter. The weight of carbon sand is as low as 25 grams per square meter. Carbon sand. The weight of carbon sand is 10 times worse. That is to say, the strength difference between carbon fiber tubes made from these two types of carbon cloth of the same size is 10 times. However, the prices of these two types of carbon cloth are similar, but calculated based on carbon sand. Carbon sand with parentheses of carbon cloth is more expensive. But in order to fine-tune the fishing rod sealing, many factories still use this relatively expensive carbon cloth with small brackets to make fishing rods. Now that you've said it this far, let me talk about another point that manufacturers like to promote: low-fat content carbon cloth. Look at the third column WF in this table. This is the content of carbon sand per square meter of carbon cloth. The RC in the fourth column is the resin content difference. Just pick any carbon cloth model. These two numbers add up to exactly 100%. So what is the use of this low resin content? Let's use this line P9257F Kong 13 as an example. 125 grams of carbon sand per square meter. The resin content is 15%. The total weight of the carbon cloth per square meter is 147.6 grams. Then this line P9255F Kong 13. The carbon sand content is also 125 grams per square meter, which accounts for 24%. The total weight of carbon cloth per square meter is 164.47 grams. Have you noticed the difference? The same amount of carbon sand. Two types of carbon cloth are used to make fishing rods. The hardness and strength are the same, but the weight difference is 17.4 grams. This is low resin content. The purpose of carbon cloth can reduce the weight of fishing rods. The corresponding carbon cloth with low resin content will also be more expensive. As for nanocarbon cloth, in fact, it uses nano-resin carbon cloth. Compared with ordinary resin, nano-resin just increase the intensity a little bit, probably an increase of about 5%. These concepts mentioned by the above merchants. What kind of high tonnage carbon cloth? Small cloth number. Carbon cloth. Low resin content. Carbon cloth. Nano carbon cloth. They are all saying that the cost of their fishing rods is very high. The price I sell it for is a great value for money. But yeah, there's no way to detect it. So do brand manufacturers really use it? No one knows. Even for a review blogger like me who specializes in testing fishing rods, it can only be determined by experience based on a large amount of fishing rod data. The carbon cloth of any fishing rod is not high. The carbon cloth of any fishing rod is not low. As for how much lower it is, how high is the carbon cloth used? Does the carbon cloth with low numerical content use nanonumeric content? This is really impossible to measure. Don't forget to collect, like, comments, forward. I am DaCheng. See you next time.